What is a birth plan? A birth plan is a one-page document that lists your preferences and requests for delivery. They are more often associated with traditional births, but only because scheduled cesareans tend to involve discussions with medical teams that cover much of the same ground. Location. Before including any details about where you plan to deliver, discuss the options with your doctor. This isn't a decision that can be made alone because some deliveries must be performed in a hospital for safety reasons. If you have permission to plan your delivery outside the hospital in a specialist clinic or at home, specify your preferred environment. Some women use birth pools in a clinic or at home. Others wish to stay upright and move around for as long as possible. If you're delivering at home, you might have a preferred room that's set up for the occasion. Birthing partner. In most cases, the birthing partner is welcome to witness all stages of delivery unless otherwise instructed by doctors. If this is not what you want, be very clear about it so the medical staff doesn't assume. Make sure they know if the father or any other individual is unwelcome in the room. If there are procedures you want to experience privately, state this in your birth plan. If emergency measures are required because a delivery becomes troubled, is your partner supposed to leave or stay in the room? Sometimes, a partner is asked to leave when an emergency occurs and the situation might become traumatic. Would you prefer they stay? Delivery positions. This is an important detail because the assumption is a woman will give birth lying on her back. Some women don't want this. They prefer to be upright and free to pace, squat and move around the room. Provided it's safe for the baby, you can specify where and how you wish to deliver. If the traditional feet in stirrups position is unappealing, you can kneel, stand or squat during the final stages of labor. If you make this clear in your plan, the midwives won't try to move you into certain positions. Pain relief. This is arguably the most divisive issue in a birthing room. So, why not make your wishes patently clear by including them in your birth plan? If you do not want gas and air for pain management, state this. The midwives will not offer it to you unless they believe it's a necessary part of keeping the baby safe. Include details on alternative pain management methods you would like to try. For instance, you could have your partner massage your shoulders and abdomen in the early stages of labor. Some women use acupuncture needles. Other women listen to special music to help them relax and breathe through the pain. It's useful to state your preferences regarding the epidural as well. If you do not want one, include this in your plan. Don't forget, a birth plan isn't a binding document. You are always free to change your mind. The birth plan is simply there to avoid confusion and help your medical team give you a comfortable experience. Inducement. Midwives sometimes give women hormones or even use a manual technique to accelerate the speed of delivery. This is normally done when a patient has been laboring naturally for a very long time and is at risk of becoming overly tired. If there is no medical need for induction, sometimes it is absolutely necessary for a safe delivery. You don't have to accept one. It is up to you to continue or speed up the labor provided your baby is in no danger. If you do not wish to be induced unless medically necessary, put this in your birth plan. Other equipment. Most hospitals allow birthing mothers to bring in personal items from home, within reason. Some commonly requested items include yoga balls, bean bags and portable stereos. Including these details in your birth plan is a way to ensure they are expected and accommodated for. For example, if you want to bring a stereo and listen to music, the staff might need to place you in a room away from other patients. It gives them plenty of time to provide the things you need for comfort. Episiotomy. Women preparing for vaginal births must make sure their preferences on episiotomies are extremely clear. While sometimes performed as an emergency procedure when a baby is distressed and unsafe, they are more commonly used as a preventative measure. The episiotomy creates a surgical incision between the vagina and anus during deliveries with a likelihood of tearing. The purpose is not to stop an opening being created, but to ensure it is a clean, well-formed wound that can be easily repaired. If you would rather take your chances and avoid the episiotomy, except in an emergency, state this very clearly. If it is in your birth plan, the medical team should not perform this without your express permission. Immediate contact. The vast majority of women prefer to touch their newborn child as soon as possible after delivery. It's the norm, but it doesn't have to be your experience of birth. You can ask the midwife to wash your baby and wrap them in a blanket before they are handed to you. It will be assumed you want physical contact immediately, provided you're well enough. Informing your medical team of any deviations from the norm is very important. They are not mind readers. They can only provide the things they know about. Medical trainees. It's common for trainee midwives, nurses and doctors to be present in birthing rooms. Sometimes, they merely observe. Other times, they may perform parts of the delivery or associated procedures under the strict supervision of a fully trained professional. This is an important part of a trainee's learning. They need some hands-on experience to develop into a skilled professional. However, you are under no obligation to allow this. If trainees are not welcome in your birthing room, make a note of it in the plan. Do I have to write my birth plan in a specific style? No. It can be submitted in any format you like, provided the instructions are clear and legible. You're advised to type your birth plan to make sure there are no issues with unclear handwriting. This is the only recommendation on style or format. There are various types of birth plan, including natural, vaginal, surgical, cesarean, home, twins, etc. The right type for you depends on your circumstances. Don't forget, a plan can encompass more than one type of birth. Many women preparing for vaginal births include details relating to C-section delivery just in case plans change. What do I do with my birth plan when it's finished? Ideally, you'll finish writing your birth plan with plenty of time to spare. That way, you can discuss it in detail with your doctor, doula, and midwives. These discussions may lead to alterations as you discover what is and isn't possible for your delivery. Edit your birth plan accordingly. It's essential to listen to the advice of all relevant medical professionals. Once everybody agrees, you can give copies to all members of the birthing team or give one to the lead midwife. Keep a spare copy in your hospital kit for emergencies. On the rare chance your regular doctor cannot deliver your baby, you've got a copy of the instructions to hand to the replacement doctor. Can I use the same birth plan for 2 different deliveries? Yes, it's entirely your choice to do so. Though, it's worth extensively reviewing any old birth plan that might be recycled for a new delivery. The details included must suit your needs right now. If they haven't changed since your last birth, there's no need to make edits. Just make sure all details are relevant and suitable for this new experience. Second and third deliveries are a great opportunity to scrutinize what you did and didn't like about the birthing experience. If you had an adverse reaction to a particular treatment, you could reject it this time around. If you felt uncomfortable lying on your back, you can try an upright position for your next birth. Make the plan work for you.